This is the future. Again, the future again, from the past, again, the future. But you'll see. Aloha. This is Matt Darnell with ComTel.Cloud. Cloud, like up in the sky. Here we've got the newly released Fanvil DB20-H. You never want to keep the future waiting. So let's go ahead and open this up. You'll be able to tell where I bought this from, but I did buy it. I paid full price, so you're getting my full and honest opinion here. So let's go ahead and get this opened. Let's see what we need to do. We got break out the knife for this one. Packed pretty well. There's actually two of the futures in here, so we have different two options here, two of them. We're gonna be open this up. Give it one more slice here. I always knew I should have been a doctor, surgeon. Okay, again, two of the same things, so we'll put one aside for right now. So this Linkvil by Fanvil. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got. So we have got our quick start. We've got regulatory information, which I will memorize later today. And this is what we're here about. This is the DB20-H. And so what is this? So this is a speakerphone, a Bluetooth speakerphone. But what makes it special is, one, it's got this handset, regular old handset, and it is a charging station for your phone. So if we take a look at that, so we got wireless charging here and a handset, and we have the speakerphone. So let's go ahead and see what else we have in the box. It's kind of got this nice foam. It's kind of thin, but this is kind of foam that in about a month here in Hawaii, it would definitely disappear and fall apart and cause all kind of mess. So looking at this, I don't think I did this. This box is all tore up. I mean, I'm not sure what happened. Did I do that when I pulled it out? I can't imagine. Yeah, look, that box is all tore up. All right, so this is probably our handset. And you notice it's wireless. It's probably decked, DECT from the handset to this here, but it's very upright, here. So that just goes there, charging. On here, I've got a mute. That's probably like hang up, and then probably volumes right there. There is no headset port that I see. So if you want to do an over-the-ear kind of headset or something, this is not the right solution for you. What else we have? This is USB. It's just an A to C. And then, look at, check this out. What in the world? It's like some animal got in there. Yeah, this is, somebody was mad when they put this together. Wow, all ripped up. I'm curious if this is even going to work. So we have a regular old power supply here with the barrel plug. Output is 12 volts, 1.5 amps. So a good 18 watts here. And that's going to get plugged in. Take a look here, right there, if we want the barrel plug for the power. And this is if you want to use this as a sound device for your computer. You can just use it there. And then, I've got a iPhone something, the latest one, Max, whatever. And it's got this case on it here, you can see. So I'm curious if through this case, if it's going to be able to, do all the charging when I have it there. At home, I just have a thing I, hang my Apple Watch on, and hang my hand my phone, and it's got a little pad where I put the AirPods. But yeah, so through there, I'll be curious if it does actually allow us to do that. And then this is supposed to lean forward. Oh yeah, so it does lean forward. Let me give you a little better angle so you can see if you need it to be even more upright. And it's not like it's one setting or the other. It's kind of a smooth motion, so you could stop at any point that you wanted to have it. And then we're just gonna sync our phone with this via Bluetooth. Let's go through that process right now. So let me get this plugged in, and we'll get the handset charging. Maybe give it an hour for the handset to charge and get the batteries going with that. But yeah, I thought there would be like covering on this, how they normally have it, so that things don't get scratched. So I don't know if this is just a Rev 1, and in the future it's going to be packed a little better. But yeah, I don't see any hardware revision on here, but this might have been the third one or fourth one out of the oh, there's even I don't know if you could see, yeah, you can see it right there. Look at that. Yeah, something happened to this. I doubt that's going to affect anything functionally wise, but something was rubbing there. And even I can see it right here, right down there. It was all scraped. Oh, okay, that came right off. I wonder if this is going to come off too. If that's just it might be glue or something. So I'll see if I can get that. I kind of made it worse there. I'll get some cleaner and try to get that off there. But yeah, like this part here, the shiny part. Usually on those shiny parts, they have a little piece of plastic that you take off, and the handset one side you can kind of tell down this corner right here, not the whole back of the handset. Yeah, perfect view. Right down there. That's usually got a little piece of plastic that you peel off. Nothing on the inside. It came inside this plastic bag, but even when it's inside a bag, you usually have something you have to peel off, like TVs. And the fact that the power supply box is all ripped up, and then this inner box, you can tell this thing is demolished. You know what? Right now, let's open up the other one and just see the status of the box. I put it right here. So again, let's open it up and be very careful. So if it's all tore up, it won't be us. So there's a little bit of stuff. Let me show you that right here. I'm being hypercritical right there, but you can see where it's kind of indented right here. And the outside of the outside shipping box looked fine. I just looked at it again. So let's go ahead and see. So I'm going to be very careful taking this one out so that I don't. Maybe you see how just taking this out, you can see how it lifted up. It like this grabbed the box. So it's possible. Oh, even this one, look. Or all tore up. And I took that out. And there's no. Oh, and this is like double-sided tape, probably to hold this down. But yeah, let me see if it comes out easier now. It does come out easier, but yeah, that's not good design. That if I can't believe, what's it sound like when you tear the box? Okay, we did not hear that sound when I did the unboxing, the box tearing. Yeah, I did not hear that sound. Let me check the power supply on this one. Power supply box. Okay, this one is not all bad, but yeah, that's bad form. Apparently the future, they don't ship things as well as they did in the past. And the other thing all ripped up, the small one. I don't know where it is. So we'll put, what do we need? Handset, handset in here. So people that people, we don't need people that say they want to live in the future. Watch what you wish for. You just might get it. So we're gonna create a puka right there. All right, so let's close this one up. And very disappointing. Very disappointing. You know, I mean, these were, how much were they? Again, I paid for these, so I'm telling you right now, I'm very disappointed. Well, they were $99 each, two of them. So if you see here, I mean, not a special price. I got two of them shipped, $99 right there. Yeah, very disappointing. Disappointed in that packaging, and probably live in Hawaii. The thing was $200. Freight's $59.24. So that's painful for us over here. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this on the charger and let the handset charge up. And we'll come back in exactly 1 hour and we'll be able to see how it's doing, do the Bluetooth pairing, and go from there. Back 2 minutes later, I plugged it in. It's kind of got a neat sound when it chime when it starts up. I'll show you that. But the handset says it's not under 10% charge, so we'll go ahead and get started. And the reason I said it's the future again was it's not the first time that I've thought something like this was going to be the future. Here's what it's going to look like with the phone there. This was probably 10 years ago. ShoreTel, when they came out with their this dock here, this D100/L meant it had a lightning connector that you would actually mate with the connector and the device. And it again had a handset. It was a corded handset, but it had a handset, and it had physical buttons and transfer and hold and a speakerphone, and you could rotate it from landscape to portrait. Oh, there's a picture of it right here. And then they kind of came out with another one. This is Lightning. When it started, it was a 30 pin. Let me show you. Here's one on eBay. And you can see it's got the 30 pin connector there. And then, of course, Apple, went out with that, and they took Lightning. So they had to re-release this with a new version. And this didn't do well, I think, mainly because the application that it worked the best with, the only one it really worked with was ShoreTel Mobility, which, great promise, great premise, could do things that, things apps still can't do today, but it was very difficult to set up, maintain, administer. But you could use it just for play sound through your music, through the speakerphone, but to use a transfer and conference, you could only do it with ShoreTel Mobility. The DB20-H, doesn't do any of those kinds of things. Here's what I was talking about, that if it was flashing red, on the handset here, it's kind of hard to see, but let me show you. That's a green light there. And so it's charging right now. It is plugged in, but it is solid green. So it's must be come from the factory there. But yeah, let's go ahead. Talk about the quick start. Just place the handset in there and then do the Bluetooth pairing. And so let's go ahead and try to start that. Let me lift this up here so you can see what. Oh, there. Okay, you can see it better there. So it's a solid green light there. It kind of looks like it's kind of going in and out and flashing, but that's just, I think, the camera and the way that's working. So let me go ahead and turn it off and turn it back on. You can. Okay, yeah, that's. You read the instructions. Hold the Bluetooth button for 1 second. There we go. Hold it for one. See, these quick start guides, they actually. Oh, and there it shows up right there. Linkvil. So let's go ahead and connect, and it's there. So it's connected. So how about if I go into Teams? Let's go ahead and try that, and we can see if I can make a phone call. Let's make a call here. get my caller. Oh, I can hear that. Caller main number.
Aloha and mahalo for calling ComTel.Cloud. This is a speech-enabled automated attendant. If you know the person you are trying to reach, please say their name now. For billing, say billing. For support, say support. Or for sales, say sales.
That worked. So I was just doing the volume up and down on the speakerphone. That worked. And then the hang up worked and the mute worked. So let me try to call that again and try it. Try it again. On the handset. Good voice quality. If I mute it, that is supposed to turn red. It is not at all red. Is there any red anywhere here? I don't see any red. Okay, so this button there, the bottom one, did seem to hang up. Let me try to call in again, and I will start here on the handset. Switch to the speaker.
Sorry, I didn't find anyone with this name. If you know the person you are trying to reach, please.
That turns red. And then if I press this button here, you can see, yeah, it hangs up right there. So I'm surprised it's not a sound device. Let me see. I'll try to see if I can get it to work with just regular music. But yeah, syncing that with Bluetooth was very, very simple. So what happens if I'm on a call and I just want to take my phone away?
Aloha and mahalo for calling ComTel.Cloud. This is a speech-enabled automated attendant. If you know the person you are trying to reach, please say their name now. For billing, say billing. For support, say support. Or for sales, say sales.
Just like any other call, you just choose which Bluetooth you want to do, whether it's a handset. And I'm sure if I had my AirPods on, it would have done that. I didn't even notice if it was charging my phone. Let me see there if I get a charge. No, it's not charging. If I lean this forward, I was pressing buttons there. Did it start to charge? No, it did not. Let me take off my case here and try it without the case on. Let's get rid of all that stuff. Still not charging. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So without my case, you can see the there's a little icon there saying it is charging. But it didn't seem, and this, I mean, it's kind of sloppy the way it goes in here. I'm not sure what is it. So this goes up and down. Let me try it. If I just pop this in here like this, yeah, it did not start to charge. If I have it on this side, all the way on one side here, it didn't start to charge. Move it there. Didn't charge. What if? Yeah, that's okay. So that was interesting. So if I come, I slide it down. Okay, that started. If you look in the back, like with this phone, I think it's a 15 or 16 Pro Max. The lens is just about stopping it. That might actually be just about stopping it from hitting the bottom here. It's either exactly right or So yeah, so that charging is sketchy at best. Okay, if I do that, if I lean it forward and lean it back, that seems to work all the time. But if I just slide it down in there, okay, that worked. So as usual, the future's got issues. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the of our specs here. So we'll try it with the computer just to make sure it works. But everything except the charging seems to work well. The Bluetooth pairing went fine. You know, again, you've got to hold it down for 1 second for it to enter pairing mode. Usually, when you turn things on and they're not already paired with anything, they'll automatically go into pairing mode. But or even when you touch it, but that's not the case here. If I look at the the slick here, the handset is kind of small. It's not. It's. I mean, it's very hard to cradle, and especially when there's. I mean, I think having a cord on it kind of makes it a little bit easier to cradle in your your shoulder here, because you can have something to kind of pull against, and you can put it on this side of your ear, and then it'll kind of have some pressure that way. This, yeah, I don't particularly. I mean, I'm larger than the average bear, but not certainly not my favorite handset. But here, mute solid red. I was thinking that when I was on mute on a phone call, that this indicator light was gonna go red, but it did not. This turned red, and I think that is a misprint because it talks about the handset LED indicator, but that's not true. When I was on a call and I muted myself here on with this mute button there, this one right here, and or this mute button right here, this never turned red. Let's see what color actually it did. So it's Bluetooth again. So let me go ahead and make that call. So it's green right now.
Aloha and mahalo for calling ComTel.Cloud. This is a speech-enabled
So I certainly can hear it through here. This is blank though. If I press the mute key, that mute goes active. I can unmute, mute. But when I do the same thing, that this LED, and then when I hang up here, you'll see on the phone, it actually hangs up there. So yeah, so that's just this is certainly a Rev 1 kind of thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my desk. Right now I've got an MP54 from Yealink that I use for my Teams phone. It works well. Most of the time I use my Teams client on my desktop, but I'm gonna try very hard to force myself to use this handset on there. It will be different having to when I'm using the client to do all the transfers and that type of functionality from the Teams client here on the phone and incoming calls, and we will give it a try, and we can kind of compare and contrast the two. So I'll try it with the Bluetooth, and then I'll try it using this USB port here, the one right there, and then connect that to the computer as a sound device. And I'd imagine, albeit I can do this with Teams meetings, Zoom meetings, anything I have with that. So out of the box, I'm surprised that they're both all torn up like that. I'm not sure why that would be. And the handset, kind of small, smaller than I think normal. And if you look at the shape of it, I don't think it's got enough of a bend to kind of put it there, in your shoulder. I can't, I cannot get that comfortable. So yeah, so that I think could be redesigned. This LED light does not work like the manual says. I mean, if you do mute on one side here, and you can hear that noise, that's me pressing the mute button, but nothing happens on there. So yeah, it's certainly could be the future. I will see how much I like it, so I'll hit you back in about a week with a follow-up video of me using it, and then we'll go from there.